Detroit?
It was good. I mean, I think they got a pretty good feeling of me. I said what I had to say. I was, really truthful in my answers, and went out to dinner with them. I thought that was a great time. They're really, great people in that organization. Real fun to talk to, and just a great spot for me, I think.
Were you getting nervous at all there as the picks went down?
A little bit. I mean, I was nervous the whole way through the draft, but I was excited at the same time. Just to hear your name called, I mean, it's pretty special. So, I was just waiting for that opportunity.
What do you think about Detroit getting Philip Zadina a bit lower than expected and you lower than expected?
Well, I mean, at the end of the day, I think it's their decision, and they make the calls on the floor. And Philip's a great player. I saw him play in the Quebec Major Junior Hockey League, and they saw something in me to pick me. So I'm going to bring whatever I can to the team, and work as hard as I can to play on that roster.
How much do you care about the fact that you can make Detroit be the winner?
That's my goal. I'm a competitive person, and I always had that attitude that to be the best. And I've worked my whole life for this, and I know I have a lot of potential, and I know I have a lot more to develop on. I have a lot more to give. So I'm really excited about myself, and we're excited to that opportunity.
You're joining a team that's in a rebuilding mode. Can that be exciting for a young player to know that you're going to be counted on to help bring them back to a competitive?
I think so. I mean, with such a great historic winning franchise, I think their organization knows what they're doing, and I think they bring up their players pretty well. So I'm really excited for that, and whenever they feel it's the best fit for me, when to play in the NHL, I think I'll be more than happy to have that opportunity with Detroit.
Have you been to Detroit before? Are you familiar with southeastern Michigan at all? Or?
When I went to Windsor, I visited a little bit of Detroit, with my family, and got to see, a bit of Detroit, what it's like. It's a really, fun town. A lot of things to do there, so I'm really excited to go back there.
When your name was called, and then after they announced you, after you were picked, it seemed that you had a full section of supporters. How many people are actually here from your family and friends?
I don't know. I didn't count them, but I think there's about 20 of them. Here, I think they've all been with me since day one, and they've all seen me grow up, play hockey since I was a little kid. They're pretty much the reasons why I'm here today and made me who I am. So without them, I don't think this day will be possible.
Who's your favorite player growing up?
My favorite player was Ovechkin. I just looked at whoever scored the most goals as a kid, and it was always him every year. So it wasn't hard to make that decision. I've always been a Caps fan since I started liking him, so I was pretty happy they won the Stanley Cup, and I guess now I got a new favorite team, Detroit Red Wings. So I'm pretty excited to have that opportunity to play against the best players in the world.
Are you familiar with any Red Wing players, or some that that you might admire on the current roster?
Not quite. I mean, Anthony Manta was a guy who grew up in Quebec, and I think he's been around the hockey rinks that I crossed into him. So I've seen what he's like as a player. He's a guy from Quebec that lives around my region. So I kind of seen him play a little bit.
What parts of your game do you think are NHL ready, and what parts of your game are not?
I think my hockey IQ and my skill. I think those are the two things that make me an elite player. I think my hockey IQ to find guys in open areas of the ice and make right decisions at certain times. Again, use my skill. I think I'm good, creative with the puck. Finding guys in the open area. Making moves. Being shifty, being agile. I think that was what gets me through.
How much are you looking forward to being at development camp? I mean, it's Tuesday, so.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be fun. I can't wait to land in Detroit and to be a part of that. So I'm really excited.